Well, hello and welcome to the Spirit Save. My name's Rob. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. Quite a hot day today, as you can probably see from my soggy brown. Sorry about that. I would have a makeup department to make me look less unpresentable. But unfortunately, the budget doesn't stretch to that. So we are midway through the year, more than midway through the year, and we've not yet had an Irish whiskey. So I thought now is the time to remedy that. I picked up the Green Spot, the Midleton Green Spot traditional Irish pot still whiskey. So pot still whiskies, we've had two already, the 12-year-old and 15-year-old Green Spot, also I think a Midleton product, possibly. They are traditional kinds of Irish whiskey where they replace some of the malted barley with unmalted barley. They did this traditionally because the excise laws at the time taxed not the alcohol but the malted barley. So they shrewdly added some unmalted barley. It fell out of favour for a very long time. But the brands that have survived now, whiskey aficionados are picking up on them. The Green Spot, the Yellow Spot, and the Redbreast are the more popular ones, and they're beginning to gain in popularity once again. So this I bought from the BC liquor store, the government store here. I paid about 65, 66 Canadian, but it was reduced by about 4 or 5. So the standard price in BC is around 70 Canadian. It's bottled at 40%. I don't know about chill filtration or added colouring. My feeling is that there's probably a bit of colour added to this. It certainly doesn't say that it's not. It's triple distilled. Wood management is a mixture of ex-bourbon and sherry. Nice, warming, fruity, spicy notes to it. Very definitely some rice wine and some mint. The kind of red, white and blue toothpaste that you can buy. Dry spices and bay leaves coming through. Baked apple. Interesting oakiness too. And yes, I'm afraid there is a slightly young alcohol note on the nose. It doesn't burn. It's still altogether an easy nose, but it's not a 20-year-old whiskey. It has got the ethanol note there. It's not burning my nose, but it's definitely there. There are some papery notes, papyrus type notes as well, kind of brown envelopes, and school glue or envelope gum as well coming through. So it has an unusual nose, and I pick up papery and glue and gum notes on the Green Spot because, and also the Redbreast 12-year-old as well, because of this unmalted barley in the mash. Sherry starting to come through now, sweet sherry. Currants, not big juicy raisins, not big dried dark fruits, but the sweet yellowish currants. Some candy notes maybe, have an apple candy. Sawdust, pencil shavings. And much later there's rhubarb and kind of a toffee sauce as well. And crisp. Sweet sherry, definitely quite juicy. The paperiness, papyrus comes through on the palate with some nice cereal notes. Very definitely a milkiness. I wouldn't say it's necessarily creamy, but definitely a milky note. A sweet dessert wine. Greenish kind of flavors. And a young alcohol note as well on the palate. More toffee that time, actually. And the finish, it's got a brandy or grappa kind of note to it. Coconut. Maybe some hazelnut as well. But it's short and sweet, the finish. It's not, doesn't go on forever. All in all, this is pretty good. I think I prefer the Redbreast 12 a little more than this. I'd certainly buy the yellow spot. I'd be well interested in buying that maybe next year. But the green spot is pretty good. It's a shame it's bottled at just 40% ABV. They should have made it 43 or 46 really. But you know, for a 40%er, it's not bad. I'd consider this again, and I'd certainly consider it as a gift for somebody, because I think it makes a nice introduction to Irish pot still whiskey. This or the Redbreast. Redbreast is ahead by a nose, perhaps, particularly for the sherry aficionado. I think I'd recommend the Redbreast 12, but not a bad product, not a bad price, and I hope you found the review informative. Like, comment and subscribe, and of course send any suggestions for reviews that you'd like to see in the future. I'll get around to them eventually, I'm sure. Fantastic. I'm going to go and cool off now because I can see I'm sweating. Fantastic. Thanks very much, everyone. Cheers. Bye-bye.